Conceding 2 goals in 6 minutes, it's difficult to come back from that, isn't it? First half was a disaster. Second half is much better. How did you see the game?
I think you described it well. Definitely conceding 2 goals in 6 minutes gives ourselves a mountain to climb. And I think it's a little bit the classic thing when you are in a bad spell or a tough spell. Things go a little bit against you. First one is a deflected shot, and second one is a mistake from Vic. It happens. I didn't like how the fans reacted on that. I think they booed at him straight after, and also 3 or 4 times when he was on the ball. I think for me that's unacceptable. It can't be true Tottenham fans. Booing after, fair, no problem. But when we need it together. And if we need to turn it around, we need to do it together. So that's hugely important for me. Then we rushed first half. I think the team was a little bit self-shocked after the 2 conceded goals. Big ambition to do everything right and come out and turn around and get that home win. And then you're 2-0 down. That makes it just difficult. Yeah, they're only human beings. We rushed it too much there. Second half, I liked much more. Scored a good goal. Had opportunities to score the equaliser. Unfortunately, couldn't get it.
Did you manage to speak to Vic afterwards about the mistake or the reaction from the fans?
No, but I will.
Yeah. And can I ask you about the formation? It felt like there wasn't too much on the left-hand side. It felt quite overloaded on the right.
That's true. Yeah.
Tell us why that was exactly gone for.
Wanted 2 strikers in and around each other, which I think looked good at times, but of course it was, you can say the game plan was definitely way more difficult after the 2-0.
Thomas, just on the fans booing, I guess you say you're not...
During or after?
During. You say you're not happy with that. I guess they would say that the team hasn't, they've lost 10 games in 2025, which is the most since 2003. I mean, maybe, do you understand the frustration here as well?
Yeah, but I think we need to be clear on what I talked about. I talked about they were after Vic. That I didn't like. I think that's unacceptable. It can't be after one player.
But
If you want, let me finish.
Go.
I think that's very important, because if you want anyone to perform, you need to be behind them, in my opinion. I think that's what you get people to perform in the best possible way. After, no problem.
I guess maybe it's part of the same thing in that you want to come out and put on a big performance and, as you say, get a big win, and within 8 minutes the team is 2-0 down.
6 minutes.
So, I mean...
So your question is what?
Do you not understand the fans' frustration after 8 minutes when the team is 2-0 down?
Of course I understand that. That's not what I said. I understand completely the frustration when it's not working. That I think we all was a little bit, okay, everything goes against us, and it's frustrating in many ways. So that I understand, no problem.
Sam, please.
Hello, Thomas. Just watching your players when they gather together to come off at the end of the first half and there's booing, and then at the end, it feels like they have a bit of a problem with the fans, and that there's a huge disconnect. Leaving aside what happened today, do you sense that as well?
I think, it's not. I think there's nothing that the players, everyone want to get the win here. There's nothing we want more. And I hope the fans can see that they were running out there today, they're giving everything. But football is so beautiful and complex. It's 11 players that need to be in sync and play and run at the same time. And there are small setbacks during games. You need to get through it and stick to the plan, stick to the bits. And sometimes it's just more tough. And sometimes you're in a spell where it's difficult, which it is right now. But there's only one way: is going forward and do everything you can to get out of it together. So there's only one thing: we keep going and do everything we can to win the next home game.
George.
Hi, Thomas. You mentioned about the kind of formation. You didn't want too much on the left. You wanted it kind of 2 strikers and more on the right. Does that not leave you too predictable with all the play going down the right, that if Fulham can lock that off, it kind of it makes your kind of plan not able to work?
Yeah, I think for me, the first half, I think was clearly we were rushing things too much. We were going in behind, we shouldn't go in behind. We were playing in the middle, we shouldn't go play in the middle. We were, all those bits because we were rushing too much. So I think it's difficult to judge the first half. Of course, I think it's a part of everything. I think it looked much better second half, also before I made the 3 changes.
I guess with that in mind, are you kind of worried that the players are not kind of taking on board your messaging? Because as you say, the first half did look like they didn't really know what they were doing, and that kind of felt similar a week ago at Arsenal as well.
No, I'm not, because I think we've seen clearly that other times it worked much better. Maybe we haven't been absolutely free-floating, but it looks much better. So I think it's isolated two different games. I think the Arsenal game was hopefully a big one-off in terms of the overall performance. I think the PSG, it looks like they took on board my messages, that's fair to say. I think second half, it looks like they took on my messages. And I think this game, we are behind 2-0 down after 6 minutes with all the nice, good questions we get about we want to do so well to get back on track. So I think there's so many things into this.